Welcome to the Buyers Group Insider Secrets Volume 5. You know, this is one of my favorite topics, deceptive advertising by dealers. And we're going to talk about two of my favorites today. The first of which is the ad that you hear all the time on the radio, which is, push, pull, bring your trade in. We'll pay it off no matter how much you owe. And they will. Or, bring your car in, we'll give you 120% of Kelley Blue Book this weekend and this weekend only. And they will. But there are two things at play here that they leave out. The first is when they say that they're going to pay off your trade, no matter how much you owe. Let's say you bring in a car and you owe $10,000 on that car, and it truly is only worth $8,000 as a trade-in. Well, sure, they're going to pay off that additional $2,000. They'll pay $10,000 off on that car because they have to. If they don't, you don't get a new loan. The difference is that $2,000, the difference between how much that car is actually worth and how much you owe on it, they're just simply going to roll that into your new loan. So if your new car is $30,000, it's suddenly $32,000. And this becomes a perpetual motion machine. And what I mean by that is that we see people all the time who buy a car and trade another car in that they owe more on it than it's worth. They simply add that onto the new car. The next time they go to trade that, they're not only going to have to appraise that car for what it's actually worth, but then you've got the money that was rolled in from the old car on top of that. So when you go to the third car, you've got two sets of negative equity rolled onto that car. It's really a never-ending battle. You should never do that. The second thing is that they'll give you 120% of Kelley Blue Book or NADA value or any value that they want to say. And they can. They just do it exactly the same way. If they're giving you more for a car than it's worth, that money is coming from somewhere. It's going to come from you. You're going to pay for it. You should always treat the purchase and the trade-in as two separate transactions. Negotiate your purchase price, you'll get that price. Negotiate a trade-in price, you'll get that price. Put the two together, as long as you're comfortable with each individual component, then once you put those two together, you'll be fine, as long as those numbers don't change. You know, the second favorite ad that I have is the no credit applications will be refused. Of course not. Refused means I don't want that application. I don't want the opportunity to sell you a car. The problem is, what most people hear is that no credit application will be not approved by a lender. Now, they're not saying that. They're saying that they will accept every credit application that's given to them. And they will. That's the dealer. What they're not telling you is that the lenders are not necessarily going to approve those applications for a new car loan. Dealers are not lenders, and dealers cannot make an approval decision on their own. They need to get the lender's approval. If your dealer is your lender, you need to buy a car somewhere else because you don't want that. They're going to profit both ways. They're going to profit on your financing. They're going to profit on selling you the car. The reason you want those separate is because you want to make sure that you're getting the best deal on all fronts. So people hear what they want to hear when they listen to car ads. And I challenge you this weekend, go ahead, go out, listen to some car ads, turn the radio on. And what you're going to find is that those ads are certainly not what they appear to be. If you'd like to go ahead and email one to us, feel free. Why don't you go ahead and email it to ads@thebuyersgroupinc.com. That's ads@theBuyers, B-Y-E-R-S, groupinc.com. Thanks for listening. This has been yet another installment of Insider Secrets, and we'll see you for Volume 6 pretty soon. Thanks so much, and experience the difference.